I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna get stuck in the mud. I don't know why I want to walk to the water's edge, but I feel like I have to do it. I've come this far now. Oh, I screwed up. Boy, did I ever screw up. Hey man, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to pull in here. How do you just goes around? Precinct 6. Oh boy, he wasn't happy. He was not happy. What's happening? YouTube. So I kind of made an impromptu trip down to Baja, Mexico, Baja, California. I didn't really plan it, just kind of had a couple days off or a few days off and decided, you know what? Let's go south, go for a little ride. So you're just going to catch the highlight reel because midway down, I pulled over because I saw on my GoPro that I had a card error. So I opened up the cover and the card wasn't pushed all the way in. So I went to push it in and the spring-loaded card went flying across the Mexican desert, never to be seen again. So what you're going to watch is just what I had salvaged. Of course. And I didn't get to go as far south as I wanted to because the Baja 1000 was going on at the same time that I was down there, and there was way too many people for my liking. Now, that being said, I love a good desert race. I love the desert races. If I'd have known that the Baja 1000 was going on, I would have probably planned my trip around it and beeline down to Coco's Corner or something like that. Already had a place to stay and watch the race. But that being said, I was going the same direction at the same time as all the race crews were, and there was no rooms. And in a lot of places, there was no gas. So I did a little riding, drank a little tequila, and ended up headed back up through Ensenada and into San Diego. And I got to spend a few days in San Diego at the beach cottages there in Pacific Beach. Well, this ride has started out a little rough. So hopefully that's not a sign. Got home last night. I spent 3 hours looking for my registration for the bike. I forgot that this bike has that case right there that you're supposed to probably put a cell phone in. That nobody makes a cell phone that ever fit that thing. So my registration's in there, but I ripped my house apart looking for the registration. I ripped my tank bag apart looking for the registration. I could not find it to save my life. I'd mentioned the trip started out kind of rough, and well, that roughness continued. And I decided I wanted to move my bike to a different parking spot. So I set my helmet up on the mirror like I always do, and I grabbed the handlebars, kicked it up off the side stand, and the helmet started to fall. Well, I reached for the helmet and dropped the bike. Here in Welton, Arizona, and at the Desert Penguin Bar. I've got a room across the parking lot at the Microtel there. And, well, so this happened. So when you ride big bikes, you drop them, you pick them up, you carry on. Shoot, I wasn't going to have a beer. I just pulled over. I needed to take a break. And I was like, oh, there's a bar. So it's like, jumped off the bike, took the helmet off. So, we'll hang out for a couple minutes. I started thinking, I said, you know what, I'm gonna have a beer. I kind of want to have a beer. So I said, yeah, I'll have a beer. Because I was gonna stay in Yuma, which is like 20 miles down the road. So pretty much was ending my day anyways. So I got off the bike. I was being a little lazy, and I put my helmet up on the mirror, and I picked the bike up, tossed the kickstand up, and I was walking next to the bike, and my helmet fell off the mirror. Well, I reached over to grab the helmet to catch it, and I dropped the bike. That's never been a big deal. Today it was. I couldn't pick the fucker up. That's the first time I've ever not been able to pick a bike up. And I was also confused because people were just watching me struggle with it, right? And I was like really confused by the fact that I couldn't pick it up. And then I went ahead and unloaded all the shit off of it. I'm rethinking Mexico. I'm bummed. I'm just a little bummed. I kind of sucks because I'm so close. I don't know. I got a room over here. I'm gonna ride over there, see if I can walk back over to the bar and have some drinks. But the bike is parked under the canopy, which is pretty cool. They're really cool. Check out this halfway decent sunset. Ooh, there it is over there. Boom, little sunset. Arizona sunset. There we go. I guess I made a decision. I think I'm gonna go ahead and still go to Mexico. Like I was having a little pity party a minute ago, right? Right. We won't edit that out. It's just weird. It's like shocking when you just realize that. Wow, how much you don't really realize how much pain you're in until you're not working, and you're like, fuck. It's not the job. It's just everything. I'm like slow now, right? It's crazy. Check out this full moon though. Pretty badass. Well, let's go have some beers. He's gonna go stay in San Felipe tomorrow night. And take it from there. We'll see what it's like. Alright. Breakfast in me, a little bit of coffee, drop my glove, pick the glove up. Alright. Morning. There's where I partied last night, the Desert Penguin Bar and Grill. Great food there. Holy cow, it was excellent. And they've got some really nice tequilas. Which I sampled many. I don't know. Really though, it's stupid. The reason I'm crossing in Mexicali is only because of the Grateful Dead song Mexicali Blues, right? I don't know. It just sounds like a cooler crossing, and it's pretty straightforward. It puts you right on 5. I hope we don't accidentally cross. Oh shit, there's the wall right there. What's in here? I don't know. Operating year round. What is this? What is this place? What is this? I don't know what it is. I'm not real sure what I'm doing. Oh boy, did I fuck up? Am I like... Dude, am I going into Mexico? You are granted to park and lock one vehicle in designated area. Oh. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to park. Oh yeah, I don't want to park. Oh, I screwed up. Boy, did I ever screw up. Oh shit. Hey man, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to pull in here. How do you just goes around? Precinct. Oh boy, he wasn't happy. He was not happy. It should be up here somewhere. Mexican auto insurance, Mexican auto insurance. So this is my very first time riding or driving in Mexico, and so it was interesting, right? It's weird because it's twofold, right? So first of all, I don't speak Spanish, and second of all, the media is constantly telling you that if you cross the border, you'll surely die. So, you get that pounded into your head, but then you have friends that go down there all the time, and it's like, no, it's not true. So you get some mixed emotions, right? And so the border guard waved me through, but I wasn't sure if he was waving me through because he pointed off to the side. So I was confused. I was like, does he want me to pull over? Because there was another motorcycle pulled off to the side. So I pulled up next to him, and he was Mexican, and he was very excited. He was on a motorcycle as well. He was, from what I could gather, traveling south. He didn't speak any English. So I was like, wow. So I got off the bike, went over to the border guy, and I said, it's okay. I showed him my passport. He goes, yeah, go. And he fist bumps me. And I'm like, that's awesome, right? So we kind of exchanged a little conversation as good as I could. And now we're in Mexicali. And I pulled over here to change my speedometer from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. And we will pick our way through Mexicali. And the first thing I kind of noticed was, wow, poverty. I actually, here in a few minutes, you'll see a semi-truck using a pizza box as a mud flap. One thing to note, in the bigger cities, it's a free-for-all. People drive pretty aggressively, and I noticed I tended to be one of the slowest vehicles out there. I was really trying to stick to the speed limit, which turns out it's probably just a suggestion. However, I didn't want to. I already tracked enough attention with the orange bike, right? So try to kind of blend in. Good luck with that, right? So sorry about the audio, but this is probably going to be voiceover for a lot of this video. Permit. So I could see the language barrier is going to be very difficult, because you would think the border agents would speak a little bit of English. They don't. Let's see, 65 is the speed limit. 65 is the speed limit. Alright, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over here. Alright, there we go. I think we want to take Arizona Central. San Felipe, Tijuana. Fuck that. We want to go towards San Felipe. I know we do. We want to go towards San Felipe. And this guy's got his right turn signal on to make a left turn. These roads are very hard to follow. I gotta make a left up here soon. And I don't know. Speed limit is 50. Doing 50. So this is it's fairly stressful, but it's just really kind of cool too. Look at it. Within a matter of 5 minutes, you definitely don't feel like you're in the United States any longer. And you're not. Sign up here. No signs. No signs. No signs. There's a sign up ahead. Okay. There's a sign up ahead. I don't know what a flashing green light means. Everybody says stay out of the border towns, so we're going to take that advice for sure. I don't know, the bike's here. I don't know where he's from. He's traveling. I don't know what I'm doing. That's the problem. We're on 5 now. Pemex station. Look at the pizza box mud flap right there. He's got a pizza box mud flap. Yep. Wow. I think when people think of Mexico, and I don't know yet, I just know from pictures, but I think when they think of Mexico, they picture the border towns, and it's a lot of poverty. A lot of poverty. Doing 80, the speed limit is 65. Try to slow down, especially when there's a policia right there, huh? Definitely don't want to go too fast. That'll take you over to Tijuana. Oh wow. I don't want to speed, but I also don't want to die. Those are super snowbirds right there. Snowbirds Deluxe. They got the Canadian plates, and they're headed way south for the winter. They're like the Canadian geese of the snowbird community. Now that just looks funny. I got my cruise set on 107. I love it. I just got passed by a Camry. Yeah. Well, one thing I've noticed is like they burn a lot of trash or something. Everything's on fire. It's a lot of haze. It's a beautiful day though. I mean, 80 degrees. Weather's nice. I don't know. Speed limits seem to be a suggested thing down here as well in the United States now, so I can't afford it. Get pulled over in Mexico, so we'll just kind of behave ourselves and do what they need us to do, right? Wow, that's a pretty church. I guess it's a church. Maybe it's a palace. 200 meters. Something. This guy was all about the speed. And it's, well, I think it means rough road. I don't know. Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. I don't know what it is. Oh, I wonder what that's for. Just randomly have the speed bump in the middle of a highway. See, like I said, everything's on fire here. There's just little burn piles everywhere. Wow, that's really pretty. I don't know, this road's in better shape than most of the roads in California. Mostly the cars hauling ass are in California. Most of them Californians hauling ass, like they're going real fast. Pretty good fuel mileage cruising like this though. I'm so disappointed that my microphone failed. I would love to know what I was thinking right now. I'm sure I was saying, oh wow, look how beautiful, look how beautiful. Isn't this stunning, isn't this stunning, you know. But it is. And this was really a wonderful motorcycle ride, albeit stressful because there was so much unknown and the language barrier was very difficult. And you know, combine that with everything that people tell you about how dangerous it is. Honestly, there's places in San Diego or the bigger cities in the United States that I felt or I feel more in danger. I didn't feel like I was in danger. Now there were certain spots where you just know, right? You can look around and you know that's all right. It's not a good neighborhood. Probably just not going to hang out there. You just cruise on down the road some, and you eventually find spots that are great. All right, we finally made it to San Felipe, and I am going to get my first tank of gas in Mexico, and once again, a little bit unknown, right? I knew that it was all full service, but Oregon's the same way. It's all full service, but they'll let motorcyclists pump their own gas. So this will be the first time in my life I've ever had somebody pump gas into a motorcycle tank. You know, and I'm typically a little particular about how I fuel my bike. I don't want gas running down the side of the tank. And you know what? These guys are top notch. They're professionals and no problem at all. And the stores are interesting. One thing I can say is they love their sweets. Hello.
Hey, what happened?
This one? I gotta say, getting gas is probably one of the more interesting things in Mexico. I didn't get a chance to fuel up at one of the roadside portable gas stations, I guess, where people just fill you up with jerry cans. I didn't quite get down that far, but all the gas stations are full service. It's interesting because the KTM has a strange filler hole. It's not very deep, so the nozzle doesn't go all the way down, so it really kind of throws them off. But it didn't have any issues with the gas. I'm going to guess that the gas is pretty darn decent at these stations. So at this point, we'd already gone through a military checkpoint, our first military checkpoint, and that went off without a hitch. They just waved me through. Now these stop signs, lots of them, lots of stop signs riding through town here. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I was told that you're supposed to put both feet down at the stop signs. Well, I can come to a complete stop with one foot down till the end of time, but I rarely put both feet down. So we got away with that. So we're kind of entering downtown San Felipe, and it's just a really pretty area here. I was at this point looking for a hotel, looking for a place to stay the night. It was getting kind of late in the afternoon. I'd say it was probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock by this time. So it was time to start winding it down, finding a place to stay for the night, preferably a place that had some spirits. And as you can see, it's just, I mean, the people are doing whatever they can to make a couple bucks. All the little roadside food stands, and you see just buildings falling apart. So this street we're coming up to pretty quick. The grooves were ridiculous. I have never seen grooves in pavement so bad. Look at this. It was sketchy at best, and it had a whole lot of stop signs here. So we're still cruising south, trying to pick our way down and find a place to stay for the night. So many interesting things to see. I was just really trying to take it all in. Even the trucks are different down there, right? And you know what I noticed most is everybody was really friendly, even though there was a language barrier and we didn't speak the same language. Everybody was really helpful and friendly. God, these stop signs. There were so many of them. And every time I came to one, I was paranoid, right? I don't know why, but I did not want to get pulled over by the policia. I didn't want to get a ticket. I didn't want to have to, you see a fishing boat right there. I didn't want to have to pay my ticket out of one of my pockets. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Some say you should, some say you shouldn't. I don't know. I didn't really want to try it out. Oh, more stop signs. Awesome. Cool little motorcycles. Finally we're off that grooved road. Now, there's a hotel down here at the end, and it looked super promising. However, I pulled in there. The bar was closed. It had said on the website that it had a bar and a private beach and a pool, and the pool overlooked the ocean. It was really cool. Really cool looking place. You can see the ocean off to the left there, or the Sea of Cortez. It looked really promising, so I was kind of excited. When I got there, he said, the bar's closed, the restaurant's closed, and the room was $100. And I was like, it's more than I wanted to spend for a room the first night, right? I wanted to kind of save my budget a little bit. I really wanted to camp. So I pulled in there, checked it out. He showed me the room, super nice guy. But what bothered me was on the wall, they had the room rates, and the room rates were $50 and $75. And I just had this feeling that he was trying to take advantage of me. And so I declined the room, and I headed back north a little ways. And you'll see here in a couple minutes, I found the gringos. Look how blue this water is. I mean, this is a GoPro 5. It's not even the latest GoPro. Untouched, unedited, just, oh my God, beautiful. So one thing you should take note of is in Mexico on 2-lane roads like this, people will use their left turn signal to let you know to go around them, that it's safe to pass. So it's a little bit awkward when you're trying to signal to turn into a place that's on the left of a 2-lane highway. So I was like, all right, here we go. We're going to turn left, and we just kind of dive into the place. And I gotta admit, the place that I did end up staying at, I'm super happy with, but boy, this place looked good on paper. It really did. I mean, this looks like a classy place, but there was no one there. There was no one there. You know, I didn't want to have this big old fancy room. It just, I don't know. It was weird. And I guess the strangest thing was, and it kind of added to the feeling that I was being taken advantage of, the first thing he did was go, "Oh, I remember you." It's like, well, there's the first red flag. You do not remember me. So, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was nice. But I just got that feeling that he was taking advantage of me. You know, it was $100, and maybe it was 150. I can't remember, but it was way more than what was posted on the wall. So, where we end up down here, I paid $20 for a camp spot. They had a cantina. A bunch of the race teams were there partying. It was a good time. I had a blast. You know, it was a good first night. Dip my feet into Mexico where you're safe. Now, were there too many gringos for me? Absolutely. I want to go back down. I want to experience the culture. But the first night was awesome. This first night was amazing. I want to go all the way down. Not necessarily Cabo San Lucas. But this place is called Pete's Camp. And they were super friendly, super accommodating. Food was very good. And I think my bar tab that night was 600 pesos. So that's what, $30. So that was dinner and a lot of tequila, quite a few tecates. So I thought that was pretty good bang for my peso, right? And just look how beautiful that ocean is. All right. Well, it's kind of. This will work. This works. Perfecto. It even opened up the electric box for me. So, Pete's Camp in San Felipe, Baja California. And the hotel I was going to stay at, as you guys heard, was way more than I wanted to spend. And I wanted to be comfortable on my first night, you know, as far as security, not having to worry about my bike, all that. And I only brought, God, I didn't bring a whole lot of cash with me. I really thought that there'd be more places with credit card machines. Turns out that is not the case. So, beautiful here. Restaurant and bar closes at 10. I think it's 3:30 right now here. So this is the east coast of the peninsula, so the sunset is not going to happen in this region at all. But, wow, I mean, just look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a long ways out to the actual edge of the water. Look at that. Cool. $10. Pretty rad. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna get stuck in the mud. I don't know why I want to walk to the water's edge, but I feel like I have to do it. I've come this far now. Even though that looks quite muddy and could get stuck in the mud. Quicksand. Oh shit. Okay, I wasn't even kidding about getting stuck in the mud. Yeah. Retreat. Okay. Shit, I guess I was lucky. We are vominos out of here because as soon as you stop, you just go bloop. Start sinking. Wow.